After my run, I always come to this special spot in Hampstead Heath. And I'm telling you, there's some type of energy going on here. And these trees, these plants, they're trying to tell me something. I know it sounds crazy, and I'm the last person to be talking this way, but I think there's plant intelligence that we just don't understand. I always walk through here, and there's just this special place here with all these trees, and I just feel like they're trying to tell me something. And for the past few years, I've been spending more time with nature and the plants, and we have an experience with plant medicine on the show and ayahuasca and things like that. And you know, we last year had a conversation with Dennis McKenna, the brother of Terence McKenna, and we walked through this same very place and spoke to him about plant intelligence and what these plants are trying to teach us and show us, even though we walk around like the big smart monkeys at the top of the food chain. But I think they're trying to tell us something, and they're gonna be around a lot longer than us. Sometimes I think these trees look down at us and say, look at you little monkeys, running around, trying to impress each other, trying to get all that cash, trying to get all that fame, and you're missing the big picture of what's really going on here on planet Earth. You're trying to pump all the oil out of the ground and sell it for lots of cash and dominate and build all your stuff. And they're just like, we're watching you, but we're on a much longer time scale. And they're trying to give us these messages, and most of us just don't even receive them. But I think there's something going on here, and this is going to be the topic of our next documentary film, Plant Intelligence. And the plan is to spend some more time with Dennis McKenna, who is just one of the most incredible minds on the planet. Not only has he been there and done that by going to La Chorrera with his brother Terence McKenna back in the day and basically discovering psilocybin mushrooms, but also just because he's so knowledgeable as a doctor about all of these plants, and not to mention all of these plant teachers. And so the plan is to go and spend time with him and a lot of other people when it comes to consciousness and exploring that, and maybe even some more plant medicine. So yeah, super blessed that I feel like I can actually tune into this stuff. It took me a long time to even be on this kind of frequency. So there you go, a little break from the usual Iron Mind type stuff and some of the other messages, but this is something we think about a lot on London Real, and we have a history of talking to a lot of these people and talking about a lot of these substances, whether it's Professor David Nutt, Professor Carhart Harris, Rick Dublin of MAPS, McKenna, Graham Hancock. I mean, we really have a history, Amanda Fielding, and we'll be exploring that next. So I hope you like that. If you're feeling me, give me some comments down here, and if you're not, give me some comments. I mean, honestly, Brian Rose from 10 years ago, the banker at MIT, Brian, would have thought I lost my marbles. Why don't you go put some Birkenstocks on, Brian, and grow your hair long and just formally become a hippie? But there's something going on here, and to deny it is just not being true to myself. And you know, when I listen to people like Dorian Yates and I tell him this stuff, he's like, of course they're trying to tell us this, Brian. That's why we're here. That's what London Real is doing. You're a voice for a higher intelligence. That's what Dorian tells me. He just laughs at me like it's not obvious to you. But every now and then I get glimpses when we're not trying to do our own big things. So there you go. My thought for the day. These beautiful plants, man, they're definitely telling me something. So nice to be in nature. If you're in London, come to Hampstead Heath. It's just one of the treasures we have here in the middle of the city. And you can be here from central London in 20 minutes, and it looks just like this, just incredible. I'm lucky I get to be here every weekend. So, all right, there you go. Much love, peace, and plant power. And does this have anything to do with my plant diet? Oh, no! Ah!